a previously unknown racist poem written by John Lennon, has resurfaced after being hidden for 64 years. The piece tells the story of a young unemployed boy named Tom, described in derogatory terms and portrayed as struggling to find work. Lennon used a racial slur in the poem, which he wrote during the Beatles' early days performing in Hamburg in 1961. The offensive language stands in stark contrast to the heartfelt and poetic lyrics Lennon would later co-write with Paul McCartney. The poem was discovered in an A5 notebook Lennon kept in the Hamburg apartment of Astrid Kirchherr, a German photographer and friend of the band. The writing, in black ink, depicts a black child who had lost his mother and was looking for a job, considering becoming a shoeshine boy, but ultimately finding no work due to misfortune. 1 year after the poem was written, the Beatles released their debut single, Love Me Do, with the now iconic lineup of Lennon, McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Their rise to global fame was solidified with the release of their first album, Please Please Me, in March 1963. Kirchherr eventually passed the poem on to another individual, and it eventually landed in the hands of a collector. The item is now up for sale through Julian's Auctions in Los Angeles. The 6.5 by 8.5 inch sheet of paper is expected to fetch as much as £15,000, approximately $20,000. Giles Moon, head of music at Julian's Auctions, described Lennon as a deeply complex figure. He explained that Lennon's body of work, his writings, music, and public persona, reflected a personal journey that included confronting and evolving from troubling aspects of his character. Lennon's darker side has been well documented. He admitted to abusive behavior, including physically assaulting his first wife, Cynthia, during a bout of jealousy. He also had a strained relationship with his son Julian, once describing him as an unplanned child conceived during a night of heavy drinking. Moreover, Lennon was filmed mocking people with disabilities and was accused of physically attacking Cavern Club MC Bob Wooler after a joke about Lennon's rumored relationship with manager Brian Epstein. John Lennon was murdered in 1980 outside his New York apartment by obsessed fan Mark Chapman, a decade after the Beatles officially disbanded. The auction for the poem is scheduled for May 30th.